In today's video, we'll be talking about the tools and softwares that you need when running a blog. We'll also talk about what are the costs associated with starting and maintaining a blog each month. So what exactly do you need to start a blog? It can be very overwhelming at the beginning when you look at all of the things that you need to start, maintain, and grow a blog. But in today's video, we're going to show you what are the things that you absolutely need, and if you're tight on cash, we'll show you what is sort of the bare bones approach that you can take to really reduce your monthly costs when running a blog. And to save you some time and money, I'll be recommending what I think to be the most beneficial tools and softwares and how much that would cost you per month. So if you're looking to start or maintain a blog and you're very tight on cash, then there's pretty much two main things that you need per month, and that's going to be your hosting, and the second is going to be your theme. Now, in terms of hosting, you can find a bunch of different videos and tutorials on the best hosting for any sort of website, but you can choose from multiple different hosting websites such as HostGator, Bluehost, and a bunch of different other hosting companies. Now, the second thing that you must have is a theme. There's a whole host of free WordPress themes that you can look at from the WordPress library, or a quick Google and you'll find a whole list of free WordPress themes. Now, I used to use a free theme, but I did find a lot of issues with that in terms of page speed and in terms of being able to customize it for a blog. So I've actually switched over to the Popcorn theme, and this is a paid theme. It's, I believe, $100 one-time payment, and you'll be able to use this theme on multiple different websites. We'll leave a link for all of the tools and softwares mentioned in this video in the description below. And the reason why I like this theme is because it was built by bloggers for blogging. So as you can see, it's very user-friendly and you can update your content very easily. And if you're not that tech savvy and you're a beginner, this will be very easy to use and get your content out there quickly. So if you have the money, then I do recommend getting a paid theme. I would recommend this theme. If not, you can go ahead with a free theme and always switch over when you do have the money to do so. So if you were to take that bare bones approach and just get your hosting and theme, then most likely you'll be paying between maybe $10 to $50 per month, depending on your host and depending if you pay for a theme. But if I'm being honest, it would be hard for you to grow your blog because first, you'd be doing everything, and secondly, you don't have the tools and the softwares that you need to help guide you in the right direction. So that's why I recommend these tools. Now, obviously, you don't have to go out and get every single one of these. We'll sort of go over them to see which ones you need and which ones you can live without. So the first paid tool, and what I believe to be the most important tool, is a keyword research software. Now, the reason why keyword research is so important is that you want to do your research beforehand, before you even start writing about a blog topic. You want to make sure that that keyword actually is being searched up online, and then you also want to make sure that your website or your blog can actually rank for that keyword. I've already done a couple videos on how to do keyword research, so if you want to take a look at that, we'll leave a link below this video. Now, the keyword research tool that I use is called Ahrefs, and this is by far the best keyword research tool in the market, but it is a little pricey. I believe it starts at $99 per month, and for your blog, this plan would be more than enough. Again, if you're strapped on cash, you can always get the 7-day trial for $7, or you can look into other keyword research tools that may be a little cheaper. If I could only choose one tool out of this list in which you would need to invest in, it would definitely be keyword research. Keyword research is very important, and I highly advise that your first investment be in a keyword research tool. Now, the second software or tool that I recommend is an AI copywriter. Now, an AI copywriter would allow you to use AI technology to help write content a lot faster. You need to be able to churn out content very quickly in order to start growing your blog. I personally use Jarvis AI, and again, Jarvis AI is an AI copywriter. And what it allows me to do is I can choose from multiple templates depending on the sort of content that I'm writing. I can use the blog post workflow, and I'll actually be able to leverage AI and help me write blog posts. So I've been using this tool in my business, and it's invaluable, and it's allowed me to write high quality content a lot quicker and really increase the volume of blogs that I'm able to publish. And the third tool that you need to have if you're writing content is Grammarly. The cool thing about Grammarly is that it integrates with pretty much anything that you're writing on. So when I'm writing my content using Jarvis, if I make a mistake or if I make a spelling error or some grammatical error, then I can just fix that right there and then. And I've actually been using just the free version of Grammarly, so you don't have to pay or upgrade to the Pro. I mean, you can if you want to, but I found that the basic plan is more than enough for my needs. So that's another tool that I highly recommend that you get when writing content, because you don't want to have those mistakes in your writing and having your readers see that. And the last tool that I recommend is an optimization tool. So pretty much this would be a tool that will allow you to optimize your content for the best chance of ranking on the first page of Google. You don't want to, put all that time in doing your keyword research and writing these amazing high quality articles to not rank on Google. So to help increase the likeliness that you will, I do recommend investing in an optimization tool if you have the budget to do so. And for doing this, I recommend SurferSEO. SurferSEO is essentially an AI optimizer. SurferSEO essentially takes all of the information for the top ranking blogs on Google for a specific keyword and puts that data into an aggregate and then tells you what you need to do to be able to rank on the top page of Google. So it looks at things such as word count, H2 tags, any subheadings, keywords, images, and a couple other factors to figure out what you would need to do to include in your blog posts to increase the likeliness that you would rank for that keyword. So essentially, when you're writing your content, you'll have a content score out of 0 and 100, and you would be able to see all of the words, the headings, the paragraphs, and what keywords you need to include in your blog post and how many times you should actually include that keyword. You'll also be able to get some outlines here, some titles, some H2 titles as well, some recommended H2s that you should include in your blog post. And you'll get a lot of other very important information to help you optimize your blog for the first page of Google. So we'll leave a link below this video if you want to go ahead and give SurferSEO a try. So these are the tools that I recommend if you're a new blogger and you're on a tight budget. 100% you need to get a keyword research tool, whether that be Ahrefs, Ubersuggest, Keyword Finder, whatever keyword research tool fits within your budget, I highly recommend that you invest in one. Secondly would be an AI copywriter. At the beginning, you'll be writing a lot of the content yourself, but if you're sitting down writing a 2,000, 3,000 word post, this can become very difficult over time. So the AI copywriter would allow you to get over any writer's block and just allow you to really expedite the time in which you're creating these high quality blog posts. So I highly recommend on investing in an AI copywriter because it'll save you money on outsourcing your content. And lastly, you should have Grammarly installed. It's free, so there's no reason why you shouldn't have this installed. And while I do think SurferSEO is valuable, if you're a new blogger, then I don't think it's completely necessary. And so this would bring your monthly cost to about $180 to $220 per month. You can spend anywhere between $50 to $80 to $100 on a good keyword research tool. Depending on how many words you're using, an AI copywriter will cost you between $50 to $120 per month. And again, Grammarly is free. So that brings your monthly cost of maintaining and running a blog at about $180 to $220 per month. And for any business, that's a pretty low cost, but you're still getting the tools and resources that you need to grow your blog. It's going to be really hard for you to write hundreds of blog posts all by yourself. So eventually you will need to start outsourcing some of your content. Now you can still continue to write your content, but at least have 1 or 2 or 3 other writers writing some content as well. In that way, you'll be able to increase your productivity and be able to churn out more blogs quickly. The cost of outsourcing content does vary depending on what your topic is about and how skilled of a writer you're looking to get. But on average, it can be between 4 to 5 cents per word. So once you start to look to outsource your content, your cost will obviously increase. Now the average that I find is about 4 to 5 to 6 cents per word. Now obviously this does vary on the sort of content that you're writing and the level of writer that you're choosing to go with. But if you were to outsource 10,000 words, you'd be paying around $400. If you went to 25K words, you'd be paying around $1,000. And if you did 50K, you'd be paying around $2,000 for that outsourced content. So as you can see, if we add in our software costs, let's round it to about $200 per month just to run and maintain the blog. If you were to then outsource your content, you'll be looking at about $600 for, if you're outsourcing 10,000 words. You'll be looking at $1,200 if you were outsourcing 25K words, and you'll be looking at about $2,200 each month if you are outsourcing 50K words. Now, I do recommend at the beginning, especially if you don't know if your niche or your blog is actually going to do well, write all the content yourself, produce as much as you can, and then if you see that there's a possibility that the blog can grow and it can actually start producing income, then you want to go ahead and invest in content. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, but most importantly, you found out what are the true costs of running a blog each month and what tools and softwares you need to have to help you grow quickly. If you like this video, then give us a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Until the next video, stay well.